All right, now that we've talked about how to activate all the electrical system on the truck and the valving on the fire pump, we're going to tie the two together and use all the remotes and run the forestry monitor. Okay, so I've got my engine running right now. Okay, as I said in the previous video, I need to activate the skid unit by hitting the number 3. Now my skid unit is active. From there, I'm going to use the remote for the fire pump. I'm going to simply hit the ignition button once to activate it and twice to start it. If the engine's cold, I'll use the choke button. If it's not, I shouldn't have to. I've already run the motor, so I'm pretty sure it'll start without the choke. Once the engine's running, I'll throttle up to full throttle. At that point, I know my fire pump should be running between 125 and 140 PSI. I've throttled my engine all the way up. Because I left that tank fill cracked back there and the tank to pump open, I can leave that fire pump running for a significant period of time. Again, it is very important to make sure that you are flowing a little bit of water. Okay? Once I've done that, the forestry monitor is now active. Okay? There are only a couple things that the forestry monitor does. Okay? Of course, and I'll show the monitor. When I pull back, it goes up. When I push forward, it goes down. Left is left, right is right. Okay? Now, the button on the top opens the nozzle. The nozzle has 2 settings. You will see the nozzle will stop when I first start to open it. Once it stops, I have to let go of the button and hit it again if I want to go to a higher GPM. On the first setting, it's at 20 GPM. If you're driving through a field running a fire line, I suggest you run it at 20 GPM. We found the water lasted a significant period of time at 20 gallons a minute. Once you go beyond that 20 gallon a minute setting, you are now at 70 GPM. Okay, so I'm going to open the nozzle, and when it stops, it's stopping on its own. That's my 20 GPM setting. Okay, I'm at 20 GPM. Once I hit it again, now I'm at 70 GPM, and I can go to wide fog or whatever I want to do. By simply scrolling back, that closes the nozzle. You'll see I'm going to run the nozzle again. When it stops, that's the end of the 20 GPM setting. Okay, that's as far as the nozzle goes. That puts me at 20 gallons a minute. I'll hit the button again, and it now goes to 70 gallons a minute, and I can run it at wide fog or whatever it is I want to do. Once I'm done, simply throttle down part way. I suggest you leave the engine at part throttle. It should make it easier to start, so I'm just going to bump my throttle down a couple times. And then I'm going to hit the 0. That's my off button. And the fire pump is off. Nothing has to be changed on the fire pump. All the valve settings can be left right where they are. From there, if I want to disengage the skid unit, I can hit the number 3 button and it will disengage it. Or you'll see when I turn the key off, it'll automatically power down on its own. There you go.